If you had to roll a 20-sided dice for this movie to do good, whoever made this movie rolled like probably, I'll say like an 11 or 12. What's up, Brooklanders? I'm Jay Films, and today I'm reviewing Dungeons and Dragons, the new fantasy crazy movie with Chris Pine, Sophia Lillis, Gina Rodriguez. The whole crew's pulling up, and this movie was fine. It was alright. Let's be honest, if you're going into a Dungeons and Dragons movie expecting it to be amazing, that's on you, buddy. That's on you, okay? Don't get mad at me when the movie's just like fine. It is like a kid's movie, but that's not an excuse to be of lesser quality. Look at things like Puss in Boots. Kids movies can slap, okay? But let's start with the good stuff. Chris Pine is charismatic as hell. He always is. He's always good, even in the movie, what's the one where he's like, we gotta make a choice, Alice. We gotta change things. Even in that movie, Chris Pine was awesome. Dude was the best part of that movie. Anyways, Chris Pine is good. Whenever he's on screen, there's always something to enjoy, and he's on screen for like most of the movie, so it's got that going for it. In general, I thought the group we focused on was pretty entertaining. I enjoyed all of them. Hugh Grant as the villain was, he was good when he was there. He's not in the movie a whole lot, but like, I still enjoyed him, I guess. As far as humor goes, you might expect there to be a few stinkers in this one, and like, of course there are. Every movie has its stinker for the most part, but they put more effort into the jokes than things like, I'm not gonna say names, but like, he's right behind me, isn't he? So yeah, the humor's not that bad. I never laughed in the theater, but there were a few times I really considered laughing. I was like, sorry, movie, you didn't get me. Honestly, I was actually semi-impressed with how some of these action sequences were filmed. I am not even gonna compare it and say it's good after I just saw John Wick. I feel like I can't say any action and anything's good for like the next month. But I feel like when you see a movie like this, you'd expect there to be a lot of shaky cams and things like that. But there are actually some pretty well shot action sequences. There's one sequence with Sophia Lillis' character when she's like shape-shifting throughout the city, and this like, this old lady's chasing her. She's not old, but I don't know why I did that. Ignore that. But that sequence is like actually really cool from a cinematic standpoint. It's a simulated one take, and it's pretty obvious that it's an edited one, but it's still really cool, and I'm sure there are a lot of long takes all stitched together, which is still impressive. Like, there actually is fight choreography, and I feel like you can't always say that about a lot of modern day movies and stuff like that. It's just shaky cam, but yeah, I enjoyed the action for the most part. I feel like when it comes to my main criticisms with the movie, it's just like nothing memorable, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. Okay, I'll give it credit. It feels very much like a real D&D campaign, in the sense that sometimes it feels a little scattered and you're just like, okay, now we gotta go over here to get this, and now we gotta go over here to get this. It's a fetch quest kind of movie. Also, the movie's like long. It's like weirdly long. I was expecting a movie like this to be like an hour and a half, a brisk hour 40 maybe. It's like 2 hours and like 15 minutes, and it didn't go fast for me. It doesn't feel like you're watching Avatar or anything like that, but I was like, damn, bro, like, when are we gonna wrap this up, man? This is starting to take a while. And I finished my Wetzel's pretzel like before the movie even started, so I didn't even have anything to hold me over. I was pissed about that. Make bigger pretzels, Wetzel. At the end of the day, I just say Dungeons and Dragons is a pretty safe, just family film. It's not gonna like blow you away. It's not the next like epic movie you have to see or new interesting addition into the fantasy genre, but it's a fun time. You take your grandma to see that movie. She'll be like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not a grandma movie. You take like your little cousin and stuff like that. You get your popcorn. You're gonna have a decent pine. You get to see Chris Pine like joke around and do his thing, and I like seeing Chris Pine in a more lighthearted movie, especially after we gotta make a choice, Alice. Bloody hell! Gonna give Dungeons and Dragons the big ol' 6. Yeah, top 10 movie of the year though. I've only seen like 14, 15, but yeah, top 10. Thanks for watching. Here are more videos. Consider subscribing. I'm trying to hit 20,000. Consider. Please, thank you, please.